Most fans remember Robin as Barney's great love, but Nora is the more interesting story. She wasn't his type, she was too good for him, so he sabotaged her and lost the only woman who ever actually saw him. Robin confirmed who Barney already believed he was. Nora challenged it. She didn't just see him, she made him want to be someone else. Barney didn't lose Nora, he chose to lose her. Because some people don't protect a relationship. They protect a version of themselves, even when that version is a cage. And from their story, we'll understand the self-sabotage that quietly wrecks the greatest love story we'll ever have, the one with ourselves. Nora was warm, grounded, and direct, the kind of person who didn't play games. No tests, no ambiguity. Everything Barney spent seasons pretending he didn't want. And here's the detail most viewers miss. Nora saw through him almost immediately. The first time they met, Barney ran his usual playbook. She read every line before he finished it. She didn't laugh, she didn't blush, she just looked at him. But she didn't walk away either. Instead, she gave him something he almost never got, the chance to stop performing. That mattered more than it sounds, because Barney's whole personality was a mask. The suits, the jokes, the rules, that's the version we show the world. The one we hide underneath, the one we're afraid isn't enough, is who we actually are. Nora was talking to the one underneath, and for a brief window, he let her. What happens next is the closest Barney ever came to changing. He started doing things that sounded impossible a season earlier. Flowers at her work, a serenade in front of her coworkers, 9 hours in a diner just to prove he could be someone different. But the most honest moment wasn't any of that. It was the heart monitor. When Barney sees Nora, the machine does the one thing he never would. It speeds up. He can control his face, he can control his voice, but not that. Because attraction is automatic. It fires before you decide anything. He could lie to everyone in that room, but his body wasn't lying. For a moment, the most committed bachelor on television wasn't performing love. He was living it. The right woman, the real version of himself, a future finally within reach. So why did it fall apart? It wasn't her. It wasn't them. It was something much harder to admit. You'd expect a flaw to surface, a hidden incompatibility, some red flag that explains the collapse. But Nora wasn't the problem. The relationship wasn't the problem. The problem was that it was working. A man who'd spent his entire adult life insisting he wasn't built for love was actually doing it, with a woman who saw exactly who he was and stayed anyway. And that's when it started to crack. When something good starts to feel too good, some people don't lean in. They reach for the wire and pull it loose. Not because they want to lose it, because keeping it feels more dangerous than losing it. Go back to that heart monitor. Barney wears it for 24 hours, and the doctor flags one strange irregularity at 8:46 p.m. That was the exact moment he lied to Nora about wanting marriage. Earlier that day, his heart had skipped the second she walked in. His body knew the truth. His identity wouldn't let him hear it. Because loving Nora wasn't the hard part. Becoming the man who could keep her was. And that's when Robin started to look different again. This isn't about Robin being worse than Nora, but Robin and Barney had something he and Nora never did: a matching armor. They both grew up with father wounds, both built personalities designed to look bulletproof. So with Robin, Barney never had to be brave. because she wasn't being brave either. Two people running from the same thing, in the same direction, calling it chemistry. Both fearful avoidant, wanting closeness, but flinching the second it turns real. And when two avoidant people find each other, it doesn't feel like a risk. It feels like recognition, because neither one is asking the other to actually show up. So the closer Nora got, the more Robin started to feel like home. Not because Robin was better, because Robin was familiar. And when you're scared, familiar feels exactly like safe. But safe was never Barney's real problem. Becoming was. Here's what most people get wrong about self-sabotage. We think people destroy good relationships because they're afraid of being rejected. It's usually the opposite. The deeper fear is being seen by someone who believes you could be more, before you believe it yourself. That was Nora, the woman who could pull a better man out of him. But Barney wasn't that man yet. So he did what he always did when something good got too close. He reached for the familiar. Loving Nora meant becoming someone new. Staying the same meant finding someone who already agreed with how he saw himself, even when that picture was broken. That pull is called self-verification. We're drawn to people who confirm the story we already believe about ourselves. And that's why Robin felt right. Barney saw a man who couldn't change. Nora saw one who could. And we'll choose the person who agrees with our worst story over the one who threatens it with a better one. So Barney let Nora go and turned back toward Robin. And for a while, the show treats it like a happy ending. But watch what he actually chose. Not Robin, exactly. He chose the version of himself he already knew how to be. Nora wasn't going to save him by loving him. She was already saving him by being the first person who made him want to be worth it. That's what he walked away from. Not a woman, a rescue he'd have to perform himself. And that's the quiet thing about self-sabotage. It never feels like losing. It feels like protecting yourself. By the time you notice the difference, the door's already closed. Here's the part that isn't about Barney at all. We watch Nora leave and think, what a waste. He had the right woman and blew it. But the person Barney really lost wasn't Nora. It was the man he became for those few weeks. The one who showed up. The one who let himself be seen. That man existed. Barney met him. And then he left him behind. Because keeping him meant living up to him every single day. Maybe you've had a Nora, someone who saw more in you than you were ready to be. It's not that they were wrong. It's that being seen that clearly asks a lot of a person, sometimes more than we have at the time. If someone comes to mind, I'd love to hear about them below. Because here's the thing about Barney. He was never afraid of commitment. He was afraid of being seen. Nora saw him too early, before he could survive it. And years later, a daughter looked up at him, and for the first time, he didn't reach for the wire. He just let himself be loved. He got there, just not in time for the woman who showed him the door first.